Yeah, and I'm going to play a Putin bite for you in a minute, but it's curious.
Please.
Because, yeah, in fact, we should play this right now. This is what he said, and he was talking about strategy, and Vladimir Putin got into the conversation. Play this next soundbite, and we'll talk about it.
I think that one of the things I've learned over 6 years, and it doesn't always suit the news cycle, is having some strategic patience. You'll recall that 3 or 4 months ago, everybody in Washington was convinced that President Putin was a genius.
Putin, before we get to Putin, Colonel, there's the piece where he says strategic patience.
Let me translate strategic patience for you. It means neglect. It means doing nothing. Now, Trace, obviously sometimes in international relations you have to show patience, of course. But you also have to act when it's time to act. And what we need more than strategic patience is strategic vision. But this is an astonishingly passive, self-adoring president. And as for Putin, you want to go there?
Yeah, well, that's the whole thing. Is you hear this thing where he says, the reason that Putin, look, 3 months ago, some people thought Putin was a genius, right? And now that Russia's economy is falling on hard times, well, Putin doesn't look like a genius anymore. I mean, look, if it wasn't for the price of oil being down to $40 a barrel, if it was still at $110 a barrel, then Putin would still be looking pretty much like a genius in a lot of people's eyes.
Well, I do think Putin has unquestionably been a brilliant leader for Russia. Not a good guy, not our friend.
Right.
He didn't understand economics. And sanctions are fine, but it was the price of oil that knocked it down. But Putin he's not defeated. He's not quitting. He still has an 80% approval rating. It would take oil at current low prices for at least 2 to 3 years to derail his plan. I'm going to put it bluntly. Obama thinks he can romance it. He can romance Cuba. He wants to romance Iran. He tried to romance Putin and he got date rape. This is a president who, after 6 years, is astonishingly, willfully naive, self-adoring, ineffective, and he also, in that interview with Steve Inskeep, that slavish interview, which could have been Russian journalists interviewing Putin, he also says that we're the strongest, best positioned for the future. Our military is the greatest in history. Yes, the military he is gutting. I mean, he's amazing. He applauds himself for all that's going right in the economy, all that's going right in the world, and he avoids everything that's going wrong. The strategic landscape from Nigeria to Pakistan, from Russia to Venezuela, is almost immeasurably worse than it was when Obama took office. And the fact that Steve Inskeep didn't press him on any of the hard stuff tells you what you need to know about the state of NPR and Obama.
I'm just guessing you didn't like the interview, Colonel. It's a stab in the dark.
I'm not an NPR basher. I listen to NPR when I'm driving. That's fine. But my God, ask the tough questions, guys. Don't suck up all the time.
Colonel Ralph Peters, Colonel, Happy New Year. Good to see you, sir.
Happy New Year to you, or as Putin would say, z Novym Godem.